Welcome once again to The Card Life. I'm your host, Matt Strahm. We have a very special episode this month from Texas as I make my first appearance in the All-Star Game. On this episode, I'll showcase how I celebrated the hobby during the 2024 MLB All-Star Game in Arlington. We'll do a little NL versus AL competition in my monthly break and profile the founder of a company that makes cards featuring a different kind of stars. Obviously, we had the 3 starters voted in, and then the topper gathered us around about an hour and a half before the game and said we had 4 more All-Stars. He started with Zach and Ranger, and then called me and Hoffy's name next, which was pretty cool.
So we were, of course, at the Card Life ecstatic when we found out Matt made the All-Star Game. Just happy for him that he got to be in his first All-Star Game after being in the majors for this long. After we found out on Sunday afternoon, that night we were planning the logistics of going to the All-Star Game and filming an episode there. And in the middle of that planning, a text pops up from Matt, and it says, "How fast do you think the card belt guy could make me a belt?" The card belt guy is Will Elmore of Lakewood, Colorado. We featured him in our June 2023 episode from Denver. And Will just has a great story. During the pandemic, he inherited a bunch of cards and he started making belts out of the physical sports cards and selling them at like fairs and breweries and stuff like that. And Will was one of my favorite guests that I've ever interviewed on the show. Just a really fun guy, and you could tell he's just really passionate about what he makes. So I replied to Matt, for the game or just for the red carpet and home run derby? And Matt replies back, no, for the All-Star Game. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like a whole nother level. Like, Matt is going to show his love for the hobby at the All-Star Game, which no player has ever done before.
Thought, what a better way to just show that I'm a card collector for the All-Star Game, have a little fun with it.
My first thing was I thought we should use his 2024 Topps Series 2 card. It's the only card from 2024 Matt has had so far, and it would make sense because it's the 24 All-Star Game. But myself or Matt didn't have a bunch of variations of that card in stock, and the timing didn't work where we could order them online, get them to Will, he could make the belt and ship it to Matt in enough time, so it really wasn't an option. Option 2 was the cards that I had in stock, which was 2023 Topps Update Series 2, which was tough for me because this is the first Card Life card. On the back of that card, it mentions that Matt hosts the Card Life TV show. So I've been slowly building the rainbow of that set since it came out last year. So of course my hesitation is these cards are gonna get cut up and put on a belt, but then I'm also like, I'm a collector. Nobody in history has ever worn baseball cards in a game, let alone an All-Star Game. So what's better, to have these cards in my collection or have somebody wear them in an All-Star Game? So it took me 2 seconds to say, yes, let's do this.
Matt needed the belt on Friday, so 5 days from the time Brandon was messaging me, which totally blew my mind. I received the cards on Tuesday, a week prior to the All-Star Game. And as soon as I got the cards, I dropped my day job, I dropped my card belts work, and I immediately built what actually turned out to be 2 belts. 1 belt to the Media Day and Home Run Derby, and 1 belt to the actual game. So laying out the belts was really fun because, you know, I was thinking, okay, this might be on TV, so I did my best to make the layout of it as cool as possible.
So the belts arrived the Friday before the All-Star Game. Matt sent a picture of them in the Phillies clubhouse and ready to go. He wore 1 card belt for Home Run Derby and on the red carpet, and then of course the parallel one actually in the All-Star Game, which 90 plus years of the All-Star Game, no player's ever worn or had anything to do with baseball cards in a game. Matt was the first, which is just a really, really cool thing. And then the topper to it all is the next day, Topps now releases a card. One of their All-Star Game cards is Matt's card belt card. It shows a picture of him pitching in the game on the front. On the back, it's a close-up of the card belt. And that was just kind of the culmination of the whole week of Matt being cool enough and loving the hobby enough that his first All-Star Game appearance, and he wanted to represent how much he loves the hobby in that appearance, which is just a really cool thing and a testament to Matt about how much he actually loves collecting and loves baseball cards and loves the hobby.
Hobby is different to everyone, but to me it's just cards tell stories, and I'm gonna have some wrapped around my waist that will tell a pretty cool story. let's take a look at our monthly winner in the Hobby Armor Ship with 100% Confidence giveaway. Hobby Armor, the ultimate protection for card shipments.
What card could be more perfect to give away this month than an autographed card of Matt that celebrates his card belt at the All-Star Game? Corbin Rios of Park City, Kansas is our winner this month. Using Hobby Armor's standard size raw card shipping protectors, we were able to ship with 100% confidence. And Corbin's Topps Now card of Matt arrived exactly as we shipped it.
Sign up for your chance to win our monthly card giveaway or a free Hobby Armor box at hobbyarmor.com/thecardlife. Hobby Armor, the ultimate protection for card shipments.
Turn this into this at auctionmonthly.com, a better way to sell your sports cards, memorabilia, and collectibles. Our white glove service from start to finish will help you evaluate and sell your entire collection. Turn your sports cards and collectibles into cash. Get started right now at auctionmonthly.com. It's time to unbox your love of the game, presented by Giant Sports Cards. 10-year-old Abby has watched the Paris Olympics every moment that she can. Giant Sports Cards sent Abby a box of Topps Chrome 2024 U.S. Olympic and Paralympic hopefuls.
Steph Curry.
Her autograph pulls included swimming silver medalist Kieran Smith and breakdancer Jeffrey Lewis.
Nice.
Congrats on the hits, Abby.
Thank you, Giant Sports Cards, for letting me unbox my love of the game.
Unbox your love of the game at giantsportscards.com.
In addition to representing the hobby with his card belt at the All-Star Game, Matt decided to do something else a player has never done in 90-plus years at the Midsummer Classic: carry baseball cards in his pocket during the actual game. The day before the game in Arlington, Matt signed 4 of his 2024 Topps Series 2 cards, inscribing them with right pocket or left pocket and numbering each of them to 2. Phillies All-Star Jeff Hoffman assisted with a little camera work on authentication of the card placement before the game. CGC Cards authenticated and graded all 4 cards at the National in Cleveland, and they did pretty well for being in Matt's pocket for a full game. All 4 received a Mint 9 grade with a 10 graded auto.
Just having fun with cards, and the hobby is the hobby, however you want it to be. So, I mean, I think it was cool to see, I think it was Bobby Witt and Corbin Carroll wear their cards for their game. And at least for me, the All-Star Game is one where maybe I can turn down the competitor in me and just have some fun. So we'll have some fun.
Trash. Landfill.
Not true.
That's a dumpster fire.
No, it's not. This is a Rickey Henderson rookie card.
Yeah.
This is worth something.
When are you gonna get rid of all these cards?
Dad, I found an app that can help. The Collects app. You just scan the card and it instantly gives you the market value.
Honey, this is worth $80.
You two get to it. I need a new car.
This just sold.
Come on, Dad, let's scan some more.
$50.
Matt Strahm's Break is presented by VSM Sports Card Outlet, the official online card store of the Card Life. VSM Sports Card Outlet offers a huge selection of hobby boxes, memorabilia, raw and graded cards, shipped directly to you. VSMSportsCardOutlet.com, where every day is like a sports card show.
Alrighty, welcome back. This month's break is brought to you guys by VSM Sports Card Outlet, and they sent us some good product here to get into. We got Tier 1, and then the Topps Rip, which of course we know I'm gonna rip, and then we also got Vivid. So we got 10 autos in here. And then for this break, we will keep track of how many All-Stars we pull and tally AL versus NL and see who comes out on top. Alrighty. Ortiz, Anthony Volpe, numbered to 7. That's a good auto. O'Neal Cruz, black, numbered to 5. And then why not, while we're in Texas, Evan Carter, 7/7. Hey, how about the NL starter, Paul Skeens? There you go. Numbered to 9. Sweet. There we go. Let's get into the Tier 1, 2 autograph cards, 1 relic, and 1 base card, so 4 cards per box. Hey, Big Sexy. Patch auto of Bartolo Colon. There we go. And we got a relic of Joey Votto, little gray napkin. And Alex Rodriguez in his Texas uniform. Then we got Mackenzie Gore /99. He's having a really good year. Chris Sale. So NL. There's an NL All-Star. And then Roberto Clemente /10. Alrighty, well, we got Mookie Betts /99, so we got another NL All-Star. Arenado /60. A Nolan Gorman rookie /75. Orange /75. And Oswaldo Cabrera rookie /50.
Can I rip them all?
I don't know, are we? We don't have an AL All-Star yet. We gotta go for it, right? We gotta get them on the board. Here we go. This is always so sketchy to me because I feel like I'm gonna wreck the card under it. Well, we ripped a Cardinal for another Cardinal, but we got a Scott Rowland mini auto on card /50. Rip a future Hall of Famer for a already Hall of Famer. Last look at 20/75 rookie card. Yikes. Although it's purple numbered too. 25 Mike Piazza. Whoops. Number 1 of 25 though. Well, there we go.
When you get that huge hit in a break, or if you have a card or even an entire collection at home you're ready to sell, Wheatland Auction Services is ready to help you get the max price possible. Like this 51 Bowman Willie Mays rookie, this Lewis Hamilton red refractor auto, or this Trout and Ohtani dual patch auto. Consign your items with us today at wheatlandauctionservices.com.
Are you in the business of selling trading cards? Accelerate your trading card business with Ricoh document scanners. The best scanners in the business with the widest range of software and service support. Whether you're a card shop or a collector, from raw singles to rare slabs. Ricoh scanners. Digitize your collection quickly and accurately so you can focus on running your business. Scan more, sell more, do more with Ricoh document scanners.
VSM Sports Card Outlet has a huge online store with a large variety of sealed hobby and retail boxes, and we ship anywhere in the world. So check us out, vsmsportscardoutlet.com. We also own Wheatland Auction Services, one of the largest sports auction houses around, where you can buy or consign cards, collectibles, and memorabilia. wheatlandauctionservices.com. So check us out, Wheatland Auction Services and VSM Sports Card Outlet, where every day is like a sports card show.
Hey card collectors, looking for deals on sports cards? Well, it's time you've heard about Pristine Auction. PristineAuction.com is the most trusted site for sports cards. You can win authentic cards at affordable prices with daily auctions starting at just $1. It's free to register, free to bid, and auctions are ending right now. So head over to PristineAuction.com and sign up with the promo code for $10 off your first win.
Guard Supplies is the official card supply provider of The Card Life. Use promo code TheCardLife at ironguardsupplies.com for 20% off and free shipping on your order of over $100. Cover your bases with Iron Guard Supplies.
Bret Boone played 13 seasons at second base for 5 MLB teams, making 3 All-Star games. He was a 4-time Gold Glove Award winner and won Silver Slugger Awards in 2001 and 2003. After being drafted by the Mariners in the 5th round of the 1990 draft, Boone made his debut with the M's in 1992 and made MLB history when he stepped on the field. His father and grandfather both played Major League Baseball, making the Boones the first 3-generation family in baseball history. His brother Aaron, current manager of the Yankees, would log 12 seasons in the majors as well. Bret Boone's 2001 season in Seattle was his best, leading the AL with 141 RBI, smashing 37 home runs, and finishing 4th in AL MVP voting. This month, Boone is talking about his career in cards on My Cardboard Timeline, presented by Collects.
I remember this was my first one that it almost looks like a painting. You know, that stoic look, and it's a little too posed, but I liked the card. It was Boone approved. Ray Boone, really cool. I have that card. I think I've got all Grandpa's cards, and I think, you know, isn't it always like that in anything in life? It's like the elder statesman. You know, Gramps not around anymore, so to see his cards, I think they're really cool. You know, I think as time goes on, you know, that vintage, that Bob Boone card is pretty cool too. Looking like a young man, you know, with the high and tight. I haven't seen his hair high and tight like that forever. Aaron's, yeah, we're still too modern. He's younger than me, so it's not to the point of it's cool enough yet. That's pretty accurate. And as a 21-year-old, I was as brash as they came, and I was the greatest player of all time. And if you weren't sure, just ask me, and I'll sit down and have a conversation and tell you. I get to the big leagues, and I'm playing with Griffey. And it dawned on me that we're the same age. And all of a sudden, as good as I thought I was, I realized I got put in my place a little bit, like, all right, you're not that good. And, you know, that was my first little wake-up call reality check, that there are better players. I've been asked a lot, what was it like to play for Marge? It was great. She had as many quirks and was as eccentric of an owner as you possibly could be. She'd come up to me on the field with Shotzi, and next thing you know, I'd have a hand in my back pocket, and I'd turn around and it's Marge Schott, and she would be leaving Shotzi O2's hair as for good luck tonight, young man. And I'd be like, all right, Marge, we'll move it on. And I'll tell you, to be honest with you, if I got 2 hits that night, I had that hair in my back pocket the next night. You better believe it. She was great to play for, because at the end of the day, when it came to the trade deadline, she would do whatever it took to win, because that's all she wanted to do is win. I don't think so. I think a Dante Bichette started it before me. Griffey had the beautiful swing, the finish, and it wasn't a bat flip, but it was a home run stance. I like it naturally flows with your swing. It's a hit, and it's a whoo, and it's a flip. That's a flip. I love my flip. I thought it was cool. I thought it was natural. But I think the pioneer and will always be is Rickey Henderson. It was the flip, and then who knows what he was going to do next. Probably the greatest leadoff hitter of all time. So I'm going to give those guys credit. I wasn't the original. I was one. I'll tell you what. I was one of them.
Scan and add this 1991 Bowman Bret Boone rookie card to your collection on the Collects app and receive a $5 credit to spend on the Collects Marketplace. Download the Collects app for your collection, free on the App Store and Google Play.
Paul Skeens was the starting pitcher for the 2024 National League All-Stars, the first rookie to do it since 1995 when Hideo Nomo did it as a member of the Dodgers. It's no secret that Skeens cards are a must-have right now, and on the Collects Marketplace, this Mint 9 autographed first Bowman sold for just shy of $300. A great deal considering he's one of the best pitchers in the game.
Are you in the business of selling trading cards? Accelerate your trading card business with Ricoh document scanners. The best scanners in the business with the widest range of software and service support. Whether you're a card shop or a collector, from raw singles to rare slabs. Ricoh scanners. Digitize your collection quickly and accurately so you can focus on running your business. Scan more, sell more, do more with Ricoh document scanners.
Add great cards to your collection at pristineauction.com, where over 10,000 sports card auctions end every week. Use the promo code TheCardLife and get $10 off your first auction win.
Let's wrap up this All-Star Game episode by talking about a different kind of stars. Let's chat with the world leader in entertainment trading cards.
My name is Steve Charendoff. I own and run Rittenhouse Archives, and we are, I think, the leading manufacturer of entertainment-themed trading cards. Never really set out to do this for a living, but as it turned out, I came here to Philadelphia to go to grad school, and after I graduated, there was an opportunity to go work for the scoreboard in classic games. One of the responsibilities that I had there was managing the signings with a lot of the pro athletes. Players like Reggie Jackson and Sandy Koufax and current players would come into the office, and then I got hired by Fleer and worked for Fleer Skybox for about 4.5 years. They hired me basically because they were looking to expand into entertainment. And I started Rittenhouse in 1999. You know, scoreboard's no longer around, Fleer's no longer around, so I guess I made the right choice to go out on my own and do my own thing, because here I am. There were projects that I wanted to do, Twilight Zone being the first one. I actually tried to make the Twilight Zone cards at Fleer, and I couldn't get permission to do it. And I thought, oh my goodness, this is a lost opportunity. It was just so much fun working on that because there were so many fans of that show. I mean, the fan base was really well established, but there was no merchandise built around it at all. Like, I don't even think you could buy a t-shirt. People had been fans of this show for decades, and now all of a sudden they have something that they can look at and hold and collect. I think I generated more sales and profit from that first Twilight Zone card set than I would have made, you know, working at Fleer for another year. So it was almost immediate how, you know, successful this became for me and how obvious it was, oh, this is what I should be doing. We ended up getting Star Trek, and eventually we got Game of Thrones. We've had access and success with almost every meaningful TV shows, movies, comic books. Athletes, they're gonna be on trading cards with Topps or Upper Deck or Panini, what have you. They've been stars since childhood, and people have been asking them for autographs probably since at least high school. Obviously, once they turn pro, they're being bombarded with requests for autographs. But someone who appears on a TV show like Game of Thrones, especially at the very beginning, for the most part, they've never been asked to sign anything. Even the big stars, it was not a phenomenon for them. And I mean, I can't tell you, my wife and I have talked about this many times, how we've come across people who, you know, when we approach them about signing trading cards, they're like, you mean I'm gonna be on a baseball card? You could take somebody who is one of the most famous people in the world, and suddenly the idea that they're gonna be on what's the equivalent of a baseball card, it reduces them to being 5 years old again. More recently, we've decided that we would take a step outside of the mainstream of what we do in sci-fi, fantasy, and comics, and focus on a franchise that just has an enormous amount of popularity, an enormous fan following in the sitcom Cheers. The first thing that we did was to ask Ted Danson to sign cards for us, which he has just done. These are not yet released to the public. What does that diehard fan want to see on trading cards? That's how we approach it, and I think it's worked.